Hello students, how are you? I think you would be fine by the grace of Allah. We have been discussing about the use of the article a, an or the, uh, and we have to start now the page 17 from the book, and begin now. Article number 5: a little, a few, and little few. A little or little as an adjective are used before uncountable nouns. A little salt or little salt, for example. A few adjective are used before plural nouns. For example, a few people or few people. All four forms can also be used as pronouns either alone or with of. It means a little, a few. These are the four forms. For example, sugar, question mark, you, it means a little, please. Only a few of these are any good. B part, a little, a few, adjective and as a pronoun. A little is a small amount or what the speaker considers a small. Now, uh, from the page 18, amount, a few is a small number or what the speaker considers a small number, only placed before a little, a few, emphasizes that the number or amount really is small in the speaker's opinion. Only a few, for example, only a few are of our customers have accounts, but quite is a word which can be placed before a few increases the number considerably. I have quite a few books on art. C part, little of and few. These are used as an adjectives and pronouns. Little few denotes scarcity or lack. It means shortage and have almost the force of a negative. It means these are used as a negative sense. There was a little time for consultation. For example, little is known about the side effects of this drug. Few towns have such splendities. This use of little and few is mainly confined to written in English. Probably because in conversation, little and few might easily be mistaken for a little, a few. In conversation, therefore, little and few are normally replaced by hardly any. A negative verb plus much or many is also possible. For example, we saw little, it means we saw hardly anything, or we didn't see much. Another example, tourists come here but few stay overnight. In other words, tourists come here but hardly any stay overnight. But little and few can be used more freely when they are qualified by so or very or to, extremely, comparatively, relatively, etc. Fewer as a comparative can also be used more freely. For example, I am unwilling to try a drug I know so little about. For example, another example, they have too many technicians, we have too few. Another example, there are fewer butterflies every year. Now, in the D part, a little or little as an adverb. A little can be used, for example, with verb, it rained a little during the night. They grumbled a little about having to wait. B part, with unfavorable adjective and adverb. For example, a little anxious, a little unwillingly, a little annoyed, a little impatiently. C part, with comparative adjective or adverb. For example, the paper should be a little thicker. can't you walk a little faster? Rather could replace a little in part B and can also be used before comparative, though a little is more usual. In colloquial English, a bit can be used instead of a little in all the above examples. The writer shows here a little can be used instead of a little. Number 2 part, little is used chiefly with better or more in fairly normal formal style. His second his second suggestion was little. It means not much better than his first. He was little. It means not much more than a child when his father died. It can also, in informal English, be placed before certain verb. For example, expect, know, suspect, think. Now, we come to the page 19. There are examples too. A little expected to find himself in prison. He little thought that one day. It means note also the adjective little known and little used. A little known painter, a little used footpath. Number 6. The definite article. We have been discussing about A, R, N, or D is going to be discussed now. A part, indefinite article D. The is same for singular and plural and for all genders. For example, the boy, the girl, the day. In plural form, the boys, the girls, the days. Number B, usage of the article, definite article the, or it can be pronounced as the. The definite article is used in part 1 when the object or group of object is unique or considered to be unique. For example, the earth, the sea, the sky, the equator, the stars. Number B, before a noun which has become definite as a result of being mentioned a second time. His car struck to tree. You can still see the mark on the tree. Third part, before a noun made definite by the addition of a phrase or clause. For example, the girl in blue, the man with the banner, the boy that I met, the place where I met him. Number 4 part, before a noun which by reason of locality can represent only one particular thing. For example, Anne is in the garden. It means the garden of this house. Second example, please pass the wine. It means the wine on the table. Similarly, the postman, it means the one who comes to us. The car, it means our car. The newspaper, it means the one we read. Number 5, before superlative and first, second, etc., used as adjective or pronoun and only. The first week, the best day, the only way. C part now. In the usage of the definite article, the plus singular noun can represent a class of animals or things. For example, the whale is in danger of becoming extinct. Second example, the deep freeze has made life easier for housewives, but man, used to represent the human race, has no article. For example, if oil supplies run out, man may have to fall back on the horse. The can be used before a number of a certain group of people. For example, the small shopkeeper is finding life increasingly difficult. The plus singular noun as used above takes a singular verb. The pronoun is he or she or it. For example, the first class traveler pays more, so he expects some comfort. D part, in the use of the definite article, the plus adjective represent a class of persons. The old, it means old people in general. And now we come to the page, I come to the page number 20, E part. The use it before certain proper names of seas, rivers, groups of islands, chains of mountains, plural names of countries, deserts, regions. For example, the Atlantic, the Netherlands, the Thames, the Sahara, the Azores, the Crimea, the Alps, the Riviera, and before certain other names. For example, the city, the mall, the Sudan, the Hague, the Strand, the Yemen. The article the is also used before name consisting of noun plus or plus noun. The Bay of Biscay, the Gulf of Mexico, the Cape of Good Hope, the United States of America. The is used before names consisting of adjective plus noun. It means provided the adjective is not east, west, etc. For example, the Arabian Sea, the New Forest, the High Street. The is used before the adjective east or west, etc. plus noun in certain names. For example, the east or west and the east or west Indies, the north and south pole, but in is normally omitted. It is not used. It means South of Africa, North America, West Germany. Next one, the however is used before east or west, etc. when these are nouns. The north of Spain, the west, it means geographical. The Middle East, the west, it means political. Compare go north, it means adverb as an adverb in a northerly direction. With he lives in the north means noun an area in the north. Next part, that is F. The is used before other proper noun consisting of adjective plus noun or noun plus of or noun. For example, the National Gallery, the Tower of London. It is also used before names of choirs, orchestra, pop groups, etc. The Bach Choir, the Philadelphia Orchestra, the Beatles. And before names of the newspaper, the Times, it means the ships, the Great Britain. G part, the definite article with names of people has a very limited use. The plus plural surname can be used to mean the family, means the Smiths, it means Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith, and children. The plus singular name plus clause or phrase can be used to distinguish one person from another of the same name. We have two Mr. Smith. Which do you want? It means I want the Mr. Smith who signed this letter. Along with it, the is used before titles consisting of the Duke of York, but it is not used before other titles or ranks, Lord Oliver, Captain Cook, though if someone is referred to by title or rank alone, the is used. For example, the Earl expected, the Captain ordered, letters written to two or more unmarried sister gently may be addressed the Mrs. plus surname. It means the Mrs. Smith. I think it is enough for today. Thanks. Allah Hafiz.